Hello and welcome to another fast market session. Today you have Severin in the house, Scott is in the house, myself, Coach Igor here at Chat Champions. Hello everybody, I hope you are all doing really well. Nice to see some familiar faces. We'll be trading for the next couple of hours with you all. It is Friday. Feeling good. I hope you are all doing well, and yeah, let's do the usual quick sound check. Before we do that, make sure that you read the legal trade disclaimer, because everything we cover here today is for educational purposes only and it's not deemed as financial advice. All right, Severin, hello. How you doing?
Hello. I'm doing very well. I hope everyone in the chat is doing very well as well. So today's been a pretty slow day. So we had a little bit of a downtrend on Asia session. There was one trade to be had. I shared that in the morning. So for now, I am up about $700 and that's it. So Scott, how are you doing?
Good morning, good afternoon, or wherever you are. I'm doing fantastic and happy Friday to you all. No trades yet for me today. We did just have the retail sales number month over month come in, and it was actually at 0.4%, forecast at 0.3%. However, the prior was 0.8%. So we're higher than forecast, but lower than prior. So not really bullish or bearish, actually. So we'll see how the market is interpreting this. Honestly, this little bit of a downtrend kind of caught me off guard. I didn't think it would move so far down overnight. It's already come into some of my key levels, although now that I see overnight high and some key levels just below a price, I would like to see a move down on the open to catch a potential long on the way back up. Or if we don't get that long opportunity, we'll be looking for key levels of resistance to add to my short positions. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling today. How about you, Igor? How's everything going?
Yeah, good on my side. It's been good. I actually caught a couple of little shorts this morning, so I'm currently only $568. Only those trades there. But basically, this morning on the ES and NQ, as we were coming down, this was early around I would say 7 o'clock this morning. Yeah, we were just basically coming down, and you can see down here that big pocket of liquidity. So I was looking for that as a target, but before I actually got there, I actually got stopped at those 38s. And I was going over this on my morning update, and it was really annoying because I was up like $350 at the time, and then it came back up and it ticked me out. Like, honestly, you all know how frustrating it is when you get ticked out and then it goes to target. So I waited for the pullback, got back in it, and then eventually got my trade. But I think the best one was on the NQ, where I actually took it a little bit lower early this morning around the same time. So I actually took the better trade there. That's what netted me a little bit more, because I took that losing trade, kind of a break-even trade. But yeah, so that's been ES and NQ, and I like to come into the sessions flat so that we can then obviously find a new trade rather than coming into the session with a position open. So let's see what we get here. But BTC, this morning on my daily trading plan, and I did this with the champions this morning around 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. Yeah, I think it was 9 a.m. So we were going over this, and at the time, it just felt to me that this market wanted to push higher. There was an argument for the back test and obviously continuation lower, but it just feels to me like, I don't know, I still have this bullish bias on BTC, and it's just simply because, I mean, even if we zoom out on a daily chart, you can see that we've been making higher highs and higher lows for some time now. Even yesterday, we had that move down. That was quite a significant move, but we did not break previous day low. So we are still making higher highs and higher lows, despite the fact that we had that big run down. And on the SNNQ, we actually managed to go all the way down and fill the gap. And I'll show you that in a second. So here we go. So this is ES. I'll show you how we left the range. So this is that balanced range that we were working with. We open, we touch the point of control. I wanted a bit higher, to be honest, but disappointed that we just dropped really quick, and we came all the way down, filled the gap. So the gap is now filled, and today is the big question mark. But on NQ, we did not fill that same gap. So unfinished business here, finished business on ES. So be nice to see that next rotation. But yeah, on BTC, I could see this chart just not being too bearish, and especially when you go to another higher time frame. Let's go back to BTC, and let me pop in I have a simple moving average here. Yeah, there you go. So this is the 200, and you all know how I like to look at the 200, especially on BTC and ES and Q. And you can see that we've come down, and I'm going to put a line chart for that. We've come down this morning, so early hours, once, twice, before the second touch. Watch this. So before the second touch, we actually broke the high, the previous high there, right here. So to me, that's kind of like, all right, this market wants to push in. If that's not a swing failure, then this market wants to push back in. So we come back down, we hold the 200 once more, come back up, make like a pull high, and this is more visual and better to seen on the TPO. So I'll show you that as well. So let's go and see that. So this is this section right here. So we come up this morning and we do the break on B with the H session, come back inside to print the low of the A, and then go back inside, and we just fail to take the high again. Come once more back down, which is the 200 down here, and then it's off to the races. So as we were coming back up here, I was saying, okay, if we do reject, we don't know where the rejection can be. If we do reject, then this could be then a nice move back down to go lower and potentially take the previous day low. But it didn't do that. You can see here, so we open, straight move back above, the next period open, holding the S close there, the open, the EQ, and just continuation, one time framing, up until now really with this B session, but that was more of the news release as well. So it kind of like, we are coming into resistance being the value area high, but I still feel there's more juice here. So that's my kind of stance on BTC, and that's why I kind of like came into the morning BTC update thinking, I don't really want to be a bear. And yeah, we've slingshotted back inside. So I'll be looking for an opportunity potentially to go long again. And we're just doing exactly up here what we did down here. So we're just kind of contracting, ready for another push. I mean, if we fail, then that's going to be a little bit more bearish. But let's see if we can get a nice long trade to push this market higher. And yeah, just looking at all of this here, let's see if we can hold that value high and then continue pushing. But yeah, those were my analysis on BTC. I'll let you guys go over and then I'll go over my ES plan as well.
All right, yeah. So on ES and Nasdaq, I have two areas of resistance that I am interested in for NY Open. So on ES, if we get up to the single print at 5,955, I would be interested in a short trade, obviously waiting for a reaction up there. What I like about this, that this is testing previous demand after we've seen this break to the downside. It's a stacked sell imbalance on the 15, 30, and 5-minute time frame. We also have this 7.5 lining up with this level exactly. So yeah, this morning, for the ones that didn't see my daily plan, I posted that in my trading channel. I was looking for a long trade at 5,933. We can see that was around where the low was put in. So I did take this long trade and that was the only trade. On Nasdaq, I'm looking for something similar. At the moment, we are flirting with the NY VWAP. So, not NY VWAP. This is the monthly VWAP. In terms of resistance to the upside, I'm also looking at the single print here at 20,885, lining up with previous demand and its nice price location up here. It's around the 7.5 or in between the CC and the 7.5. So in terms of levels to the downside, I would like to see a move below the overnight low. The only long trade I could see here is if we tap the previous high. Let me show this on TradingView real quick. So that makes it a little bit more obvious in my opinion. On the daily time frame here, we can see that is the previous high, right? Before we broke and made a new all-time high, we had a nice supply zone around this zone. And here, I'm looking for this retest and confluence with the overnight low. So if there's a reaction, I can take a long trade. Other than that, my next support is all the way down at 20,682. So there's not too much support in between. So that's actually a very important level. But given the structure and weakness we are seeing locally, I'm not planning to take a day trade here. It's only for a scalp trade. On ES, the next very big zone is going to be at 5,918. All the way down to 913. Why is that? I can show that on TradingView as well. This is the previous big supply zone that we had before making a new all-time high. So this is on the daily time frame, supply once, twice, 3 times, then broken. It's time and values spent above. So a retest is going to be interesting. If this area is lost, I am honest and I could foresee a lot more downside potential. Other than that, a long trade on ETH now got activated. It's not doing the best job to get back inside this range value area low. But nevertheless, at least the confluence was hit down here on the daily naked point of control and anchored VWAP. Gold is still holding the level I was looking at yesterday. And yeah, I can have a look at some altcoins if the markets are slow. But for now, I am going to stick with that, prepare for NY, and then at some point we can check some altcoins as well. So Scott, what about you? What's your game plan? I already saw it in the chat. I love how you do it. It's so clean.
Yeah, thank you, man. No, I appreciate that. Inspired from both of you guys on putting together daily plans, putting together a little narrative of what I think what's going on in the market. And honestly, we've been consolidating for quite a few days now. I'm sorry, did you need to say something?
Yes, I wanted to say,
please go.
Because obviously you said inspired by both of you, but I was inspired by Moondream this morning, a member in our community. And I'm not sure if you guys watched the morning update. Did you guys watch it? Or do you know what I'm talking about?
I didn't have a chance. I didn't have a chance. No.
Okay, so let me just share very quickly. So you guys know I've been doing the like, for example, the daily plans with the recap and preparation, with the yellow kind of like writing. But it's really annoying when you start moving the chart around or zooming in or changing time frame. That disappears. Look at that, it's right there. So I asked on the stream this morning, oh, that's so fiddly and annoying. And Moondream came back to me on a private message and she says, just use the text anchored. And that's what it is. And I didn't know. So I said, way, that's amazing. Because now I can go to 1 minute, 1 second, and it's still down there. So there's the plan. It doesn't move away from anything. So I was like, yes. So the power of having nice commuters. So I wanted to share that because I know you are using something similar as well, Scott and stuff. So yeah, there you go. Just share that.
Wow, that's great.
Thank
And
you so much.
shout out to Moondream. She's
Yes.
great. So great
Yeah,
trader.
awesome trader, awesome friend. Yeah, really appreciate that.
Brilliant.
And for me, Severin, I'm pretty much the same as you. I see this market as a consolidating market that has now broken the lows of the range and has had continuation overnight. So for me, shifting my bias to a bit of a more bearish stance, looking to fade rallies. But that being said, acknowledging we're also still at all-time highs. It is a Friday. Oh, and today is monthly options expiration. So we have big OPEX today. We can expect some volatility, potentially some fireworks in either direction. So I'm neutral, but I'm leaning bearish. I'd like to fade rallies today, but I'm not gonna try to fade a big uptrend if we get one. So that's where I'm at, and I hope you all understood.
Yep.
That makes total sense. Yeah.
BTC looks interesting here. If we can hold this higher low here around the 90,100-ish, it's just really hard to long into this resistance here because I know we're at the 7.5, made a lower high now inside, but it does look okay.
I was online last night around 8:30 p.m. New York time, and I was doing my technical analysis, and I looked at Bitcoin, and there it was right into the 786 at 87K, like we discussed yesterday in our stream. And so I just couldn't help it. I pulled along. So I'm long from 87 to 100, and I'm honestly targeting, I think, 91,900, that local high there. I wouldn't be mad if we wouldn't have made a new high, but that's kind of where my plan's at for BTC. And then I haven't taken a look at silver or gold, but I know a few people mention it, so maybe we can put that in the rotation at some point.
Yes, let's do that.
Yes, we can do it.
Cool. 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
And let us all know in the chat, what are you thinking today? How are you feeling? Have you had a good trading day so far? Are you still putting some risk on during New York session? Yeah, let us know how's it going. How's your week been? Yeah, feel free.
Yeah, let me share my chart once again. So give me a second. I have to hide a couple of things and just show you one tool that I really like, actually. So here, if we look at Ethereum on the bigger picture, let me try and find it. Was this right here? So I had a pitchfork on for ages, right? So that was a pitchfork. I drew that on the daily time frame. That was respected perfectly. We can see it years. It's been respected for years, right? So very nice. We are now at the top of the pitchfork again, but that's not what I wanted to show. And I love pitchforks, to be honest with you. And what's interesting to see is that on the lower time frame, there's one pitchfork on Ethereum and Bitcoin that is pretty well respected. So if we look at this right here, so pulled from the high to the low to this lower high, we can see low of the pitchfork currently acting as support. What I like about this is that it was in confluence with this NPOC that I gave as a long trade right here. Okay, and now we are rejecting the middle of the pitchfork. So it's something to be aware of here. I like to look at these pitchforks from time to time, especially if we start to potentially roll over what we've done here, right? On the lower time frames, a little bit of a lower low, lower high. So that's when I find these pitchforks extremely helpful. We can see on Bitcoin, pitchfork also, middle of the pitchfork, top of the pitchfork is pretty well respected. This is not as nice as it looks on ETH though, but yeah, something to be aware of. I will be keeping an eye on this.
Nice one. Good old pitchfork, isn't it?
Yeah. Sometimes you forget about these amazing tools.
I know, right?
Yeah, also I love trading. So when I was Scalping Bitcoin. I love to look at speed fans. They are also incredible. I didn't check them in a long time actually, but I might
Oh,
do that at some point because they've been amazing. The speed fan CC, for example, that's been a great level.
actually,
Uh,
that does bring a good point because I do like to draw the good old trend line every now and then. And
yes.
yeah, so the speed fan will be very similar to that. I'm really looking here at BTC. I do like the risk reward for a potential long up to the range high. It's holding thus far, and I'm keeping track here of. There's a big trader here. There's a high volume, but the delta is only 112. So we have a bit of volume coming in here at this period low. Look at that, 90,150. So you know this is a big node, but it's not moving now. So I'm just looking to see if we could potentially lock a long trade here and then just push it up to the high. So far nothing. I don't see exactly what I want yet, but I like the risk because the risk would be literally just down here. So let's see if we can get a little trade here. I'll keep an eye. Back to your chart there. If you see anything, let me know.
Yeah,
I do
we've
see
now.
NASDAQ. Yeah, I was just gonna say you're probably saying the same thing.
Yes.
What's that? Nasdaq dropping.
Go ahead. Yeah,
Scott and
that's
I
right.
like to talk at the same time.
Yeah,
So
I know. You go on. Tell him this story because it's quite funny.
yeah, no.
The
Before we,
pre-checks.
yeah, before we went live for the stream, it was the same. What was it? The last time we did a stream, but we always do a quick sound check to see if the volume is in sync in OBS. And whenever we do the sound check, it's Scott and myself just saying 1, 2, 3 at the exact same time. So Igor doesn't know if it works or not. So yeah.
No, it was really
Very
funny.
funny.
I was literally staring at OBS and I said, right, come on, let's do a sound check. And it was just like, 1, 2. You both spoke exactly synchronized. I was like, well, I don't know if it works. It does because he went up. It was just so, honestly, it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Anyway, BTC is still lingering here. I'm tempted to pull a long. I mean, the risk is around $250. Reward is around 800. So it's a good risk reward trade. But let's see. Well, actually, you could touch 1,000 if we do swing here. Just looking, I'm like on a 30-second chart now on BTC. I mean, something that you don't do every day. But yeah, we're looking.
Yeah, Nasdaq is also already moving below this previous high. There was no reaction. It wasn't the strongest level as we didn't have the overnight low confluence as NY obviously didn't open yet. So overnight low is still developing. We can see that level is broken and for now no longer too interesting for me.
What's interesting is that the overnight session was it's gonna open with a massive gap if this is how it opens, and we're gonna slice through that gap filled. So that gap will be unfilled to the upside and unfilled to the downside, and we're gonna open completely on the other side of the market. So it's gonna look really strange. It's gonna look like let me show you here. So it's gonna look like you have a gap, and I'm gonna make this bigger. So currently on NQ, you had a gap to the upside, a 5-day range, broke to the downside, did not quite fill that gap, so it's still open, and price is currently sitting down here at 700s, right? 777.73. So price is already down here. So if the market opens now, we'd have a gap here with another gap that was not filled properly. So yeah, kind of like yeah, not every day we see that, basically. Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. A gap on a gap.
Yeah,
That's
that's
kind
it.
of strange.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gap on a gap.
Do you
Yeah,
think we'll
B-
close the gap first and then not
It-
the big gap, the small gap?
I mean, it would be nice. I mean, because ES has already done that business. ES filled the gap yesterday, so we're going to open with the gap to the downside on ES. So it will be nice to see how we kind of like finish business there too. But yeah, it's really, really interesting. Yeah, we've got what? 8 minutes. 8 minutes and 53 seconds. 52 and counting. Still looking at BTC. Yeah, there's someone filling an order here, but the delta is not. It's only positive by 73 lots. So it's not. I would have preferred to see a completely red down here with, let's say, at least 150 lots. That would signify that there's someone holding price here. So all of those sales being absorbed And basically I'm
Bigger
looking at
limit
this
buy.
here. Yeah, exactly. So you can see here on the left, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. I got my tripod right in front, but there you go. So I'm going to make this a little bit, 15 should do, and then you can all see it. So like this one here. So this is a buy, buy, buy. We currently have 389.43. So the auction is kind of like coming to an end, but it's kind of still lingering here. So let's see. Let me just push this in a bit so we can see. There you go. So we've got 144. I'd prefer this to be really negative here. But no can do yet. But it's definitely nice zone here. So let's see how the market opens RTH. I would like if we can take the long, that's the risk and that's the reward, just a little bit higher. So it will go all the way up to 91. I would say 200 at least, which will be the high there. So that's good risk to reward. And I love when the market has a nice run and then leaves this lower high right next to it. It tends to kind of like, okay, this is open business for later. I know though that when you do zoom out, you can see that we are at, obviously big resistance, being yesterday's range, as you can see here. So yeah, we've got that too. So the back test there, which could then bring us much lower. So this is important here. But for scalping, that's what these streams are intended to, find a few scalps within 2 hours period, which is quite hard. So yeah, potentially we have a little trade kind of like developing here. But I would like to at least see this hold, which means, maybe come back above 250 and then we have a little swing low and then we can take that trade. So have then our stop, instead of being down here, the stop could be just here. But so far,
Guys, I'm going for a quick bathroom break before NY opens.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, don't forget to do a couple of likes there if you can. Well, not a couple, but at least one. Helps the channel.
Igor, since you're also in Europe, Capricorn is asking, does anyone know what to do about a high ping on CQG data feed? Orders are getting filled 8 seconds after I click. It's been like that for a couple days.
Oh, see, I don't have that. But I used to on my old connection. There you go. So BTC is actually coming back below. Yeah, so you're gonna have to see what your ping. I mean, when you do a network speed test, you can see it usually gives you the latency. You want to have that as close to 0 as possible. I mean, it's 14, 12, 16s, 20 is good. 30, anything above 30, I would say you're gonna start to get some lag. Don't they say that for a first-person shooter, anything above 100, that's it, game over. You can't play the game.
Yeah.
So no headshots for you. No, tears before bedtime, that is. Yeah, with trading is very much the same. That's why a lot of companies, or well, I'm sure they do, probably invest in the biggest infrastructure to have their offices all connected to the nearest exchange. To get that split-second order in first. So I would say, yeah, maybe check with your internet provider, and it could be just an issue on your location, something like that. So let's see.
Yep. Yeah, we'll look into it.
Look at NASDAQ.
NASDAQ's the downside leader this morning.
It is running. We know that we've broken on NASDAQ. We actually broken the monthly VWAP.
Yep.
Yes, I see that.
Yes, ES is not quite there yet, but it's right underneath overnight high. So I do feel that we'll probably draw towards that 59.29.
Yeah, I had a target. My first target lower on ES was the 30s, which was just below the overnight low. Okay, BTC came close to the low, but didn't break it. Not yet. And to be honest, and this is what I was also speaking earlier about ES and Q and BTC, the correlation. Well, the inverse correlation, because BTC is somewhat being a little bit more resilient than the futures, where the futures have completely lost the range, and I'm going to share my screen for that. So yeah, BTC looks still contained within that nice range, where NQ, yes, I mean, look at that, it's just completely gone now to the downside. Yes, much the same, lost the range, and now it's, you know, in bearish territory. So lower low, lower high, lower low, potential lower high. It would be nice to see if we can at least go and back test previous day low to then get the short trade back in, because that range is well lost now for me. Not unless there's a miracle that happens and price just boom smashes back into the 6,000, which will be quite a big ask, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, lower lows, lower highs.
I had on my daily plan that a sign of strength would be to reclaim 6,000, but that's looking more and more unlikely at this point.
Yeah, so yeah, we one time framing down. This was my ES sort of plan. So we broke that 5-day balance, as you can see, broke to the downside into the gap. So we open outside value from yesterday as well. So we're kind of really even lower than that. Yeah, gap is filled, not on the NQ though. So yeah, for me, it's the 59.30, which was the next target. And then we've got 22 just below. And you can see that on the left what it is. And then we've got the untested value all the way down there at 12s, around the 12, 13 level. What do you have on your Severin, on your ES for the untested?
On the
Yeah.
untested value area low,
Yeah. Down there at the bottom.
918.
Oh, you got
0.75.
18. Ah, okay. My trading view is coming up.
I've
with
got 905.
All
Oh,
right.
really?
So
We all got different numbers.
Yeah, then I have 913 for previous month value area high.
all right. So it's around the same time. Okay.
Same,
Around
yeah,
the same
very
place. Okay. Perfect. Okay.
That's where I'm looking. 914.
Cool. All right, so this BTC is still not breaking that low. I mean, look at the time we've spent down here. I mean, this is yeah, it's definitely cooking something here. Let's see, come and break through or hold, but give us something. So it's still lingering. It's trying now. Still hasn't broken the low. Yeah, that was a big node there. 417. There you go. So poor low now. We'll keep an eye. Nice to see your clusters there, Severin.
Mm-hmm.
Just
All right, 1 minute. 1 minute.
1 minute. Let's go. Let's go quiet for a bit. Just gonna have a bit of caffeine.
Yeah. Nvidia is gonna open below previous day low. Microsoft right at it. Apple near previous day low.
Hey, we're open.
We are.
A little push up here on the open.
Decent volume on ES in the previous 5-minute candle. We had negative 8,700 delta. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Wow, what a gap. A large gap on ES. Large gap on NQ. Yeah, this is why the market is a little bit like undecided what to do here at these 20,760. Literally opened so far away from yesterday's closed. It's ridiculous. And yeah, we sliced through the gap. So let's see if ES wants to come and at least rebalance some of that. I like BTC here. Just want to see a little shift, so that's why I'm keeping an eye there, because we might get a little nice trade up to the range high if we can hold. So I'm just looking. So far D is looking a-okay. Yeah, and Q is still rotating lower.
Yep.
ES, I mean, we're technically around that 7.5 on ES, right? So it'll be nice to have a little pullback. Bit unclear direction now.
I am staying patient for now as well. No
Yeah,
trades.
me too. Yeah. But I'll show you BTC here. So it's really, you can see like it's came all the way down, as you can see from the high, but it's not really breaking thus far. So it's kind of holding, but we want to see something here, like a little shift. But look, if I just zoom in, you can see all of the orders being filled around the same level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, all of this time that we've spent here. So we want to kind of snap out of it, or even take the lows, come back inside and then go. That's for the long side. For the short side would be to come back above it and then just completely blast straight through. So it's still looking. Let's see. I've got the tape there on BTC as well, CME. You can see quite a little fast tape now, actually. It's nice to see those orders coming through on the CME. Let's look at NQ with big selling coming into the level. ES as well with some selling, but we can see that on price on my left screen. So coming below. NQ below the overnight low as well. Let's take a look. Let me just expand this. Might get a little short, long trade here on the NQ. We just reclaim it. We want to see that 1 minute close, at least above. Are you guys entertaining a long trade here?
I am looking for the close as well here.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, see, coming back inside, 77.48 potentially. Not closing. Closed above overnight low, actually, so not the best. Double bottom. Still hasn't broken the previous 1 minute low. Now it has. Looking here.
Hey, broken the 1 minute low here. Let's see.
Yeah.
Not really a good response from the bulls this morning.
Yeah, it looks like on the ES we also want to go down to the you know what would be nice? To tap the 30s, clean overnight low. Yeah, so clean overnight low into the 30s, tap the 28s, which is the monthly VWAP, and then get a rebalance of the overnight inventory, because we are completely all the way down the other side of that gap. Or maybe this is it. Maybe the stock market will have a nice little pullback going into November, end of November.
Certainly feels like it.
Yeah.
My guess is that if we start to pull back now, we'll have a rally around Thanksgiving time. Typically,
Yes,
it's what
just for
happens.
Christmas.
Just in time.
Yeah, still selling off all assets, all three that we look at.
Mhm.
BTC as well. BTC down at 88.8 now.
Yes.
Nvidia also had a big drop to the downside.
Oh, yeah, I've got NVIDIA on my screen that you guys are on now, so I'm going to have to move that out. So I've got it there, so let me just move this out, pop it on my other trading view. This is it. I sacrificed one screen, well, nearly two actually, when streaming. Let's keep an eye on that. There you go. Yeah, NVIDIA's pulling back now. And it's quite a good way to go still. Right, so ES is literally just about to tap that overnight low. Just keep an eye. Gonna zoom in right in there to see what's cooking. Yeah, so here's my first kind
Yeah.
of like level to the downside. All negative, minus 5,000 delta so far. I'm actually going to change my tick
Looking here.
down to 2, tick 2 on ES. We're all focusing and looking at potential trades on both, well, on 3 assets. That is for me anyway. We'll chat when I see something which is high probable or at least a little bit better. But yeah, here's the ES. Here's the massive gap. So here's the close last night at 21,007. Oh, 007. And here's where we open. So that's a big, large gap to the downside. Here's my 30 level overnight low alert going off. You can see that touching and going through. Don't forget, we've got at the 28th, we have the monthly VWAP, which early this morning we touched on the NQ. Back to you boys there.
Nasdaq coming close to this previous month value area high. So I'm keeping an eye here. Also a key level at 676. ES now fighting down here, but it's still very dominant to the sell side. We can see still 2000 negative delta. Key here will be 5-minute closes. I'm not longing aggressive here, although we had a 1-minute close above. I would prefer to wait for a little longer. NYVWAP almost, and I'm always saying NYVWAP, it's monthly VWAP. It's almost that. So
yes, yeah, almost, yeah. And sometimes that can be a little bit tricky, right? Because it's give or take a few dollars, right? And sometimes, let's say that the overnight low was the trade, and we're waiting a little bit just for that, you know, let's say 28, and it doesn't come down to it. It can be quite frustrating. But yeah, you're absolutely right. So, I mean, on this downtrend, a 1-minute close is okay, but a 5-minute would be much better. And we're still down below any meaningful resistance. So, trend is still down for now, including on BTC, which is coming down to the VWAP now at 90k. Sorry, 89. Okay. So let's be patient and just wait a little bit. Scanning all the markets. Let us know in the chat if you see anything special. We'll sure look at it. Any questions, obviously, we'll come back to them a little bit later towards the end of the session. And always know that there's a little lag on the stream. I'm not quite sure how long, but right now, for example, is 14, 39, 27 seconds. If you want to just start counting from the stream. But there should be a little, at least 15, 20 seconds. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's around 15, 20.
Okay.
Last time I checked.
It's not too bad. Yeah, it's kind of holding here a little bit.
Yeah, I have popped a quick long trade here on NQ. Stop at 190. Oh, excuse me, to 20,698.
Doesn't look finished the low though
yet.
Yeah, it doesn't look finished yet. Yeah, BTC still slow grind down. I'm actually on a lower time frame on BTC because I want to see the shift on BTC as well. NQ, I'm happy, and ES, I'm happy to stick to the 1 minute. But on ES, BTC, I'm actually on a 30-second. I find it like a line chart, like the heartbeat of the market. So I can be in a little bit earlier, just basically to manage a bit better the risk. But yeah, we're kind of like now touching that 89k on the CME down here. So we're just basically kissing it. So looking still. You can see ES finding support at the 30 level. That was part of my sort of like key levels to the downside. 30 being the first one. We've touched it. But let's see the reaction. This is how it looks like now during the RTH. Got a massive gap.
Okay, I'm still on this long trade here looking for the New York VWAP.
I'll share your screen so people can see what you're doing. Good trade.
Thank you. I saw the break of the 1 minute highs, and that was it for me.
Nice one.
But that being said, we're still in a big downtrend, so this could go. I've moved my stop to break even just to reduce risk. Don't want to get caught up in a potential downtrend here. Yeah, it looks like we're continuing that downtrend. No
Yeah.
problems. Stopped out. Wasn't the one.
How's the 5-minute looking?
5 minute had the close above the overnight low on ES. 5 minute on Nasdaq doesn't look too great yet.
No, it doesn't, does it?
Bad.
I prefer a little lower on Nasdaq, to be honest.
Yeah, same. Yes, looks good.
Yes, looks better.
Yes, that's a better chosen word. Looks better.
Not great, but better.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, I love that. Wow, look at that gap on NQ. Wow, that is a large gap.
Yeah, pretty wild. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, still rejecting here at the 8 EMA and Q.
Well, BTC actually looks nice on the RTH chart. I'm going to be a little bit more patient on BTC. There's NQ coming back in.
Yes, it wants to take the lows there again there. It just
It's
didn't
just
look
that
good.
candle. Yeah, it's just that candle. It didn't look finished on a 1 minute. There you go. I'm going to share
We
my
have-
screen to show. So this candle right here, you can see you did the low, you come again, close above, but then the next candle close right against that low. And that typically has a low probability of, you know, the run, but it's still a good trade. What did you do with your trade? I didn't see the end. Did you lock your profits, or did you?
No, I was actually looking for just a few ticks higher, and we didn't get it. So I just got stopped at break even.
Okay.
And yeah, no, just a scratch for me. So
Yeah, scratch trade. Okay, good. All right, so NVIDIA coming back into the 43s now. Yeah, there's not really much support on NVIDIA. We do have 42, but that's $1 away. BTC is really trying to hold view up here. It's looking better. But we're gonna have to flip. I mean, that's already pretty much like a $1,000. What, $600 rise now from that view up. Yeah, we're nowhere near any resistance on ES and NQ. So I'm gonna be patient on those two. Your screen is being shared there. I can see you on long trade. Scott, Severin, you flat still?
I did take one trade here. I just reduced risk to 0 quickly. Don't want to see another low put in here. A little bit risky, but we have taken a 1 minute high. So would like to see a nice move up here. Little mean reversion on the day. Okay, stop the break even there. Good luck.
Nasdaq should take that key level at 676. That would be much better. You can see Apple bouncing off previous day value area low, aiding Nasdaq with a little bit of a rise here.
Yeah,
would-
ES is doing a double bottom down here as well. NQ low looks a little bit better now, to be fair. BTC now needs to flip this RTH mid point from yesterday, the equilibrium. Just needs to go back inside it. Yeah, if we do take the long on BTC, target is the high. So that will be 91, at least 250, okay? So it's still kind of like work in progress. Dun, 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 dun. Where's your key
Yeah,
level?
I attempted
77? Severin?
676.
I was looking for the 20s potentially here for a quick short scalp down, but we didn't quite get there yet. Let me see if they have another push higher into the 20s.
I did take a quick scalp short trade. Stop losses at break even. I want to see the lows, but let's see if we get it.
Where did you get in? 20s? Oh, the 17s?
708. 708.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I was waiting for the 20s, but we kind of fell short. 18s, 17s and halves. Yeah, it does look that we want to do that little roll over below still. But I just don't have a good risk to reward now. I mean, it'd have to be, what, 7s?
Not down here.
Yeah, no, it's tricky.
I just want to see that big resistance being, big support being tapped down there.
Yeah, got an opportunity here. Let me see if I can get in with the trade.
Nvidia now with the rise, Microsoft, Apple as well. So
yeah, BTC is starting to look better because it's reclaimed the midpoint. NQ is still flirting here. Want to see if we break that high there at the 20s. Go in. I'll go in with the market order and target just the lows there if we get to the 20s and reject. Okay, here's the 22s tapped. See if we reject here. Still waiting. I want to see it come back inside and then I'll mark it in. There you go. That should be my stop right there. See if it sticks. ES is looking alright. Yeah, BTC. I do like BTC. Who took the long on BTC from VWAP?
This morning?
As in now in the chat, if anyone has.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, NQ doesn't want to drop. Not yet.
It's rejecting key levels here. Your VWAP.
25s. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Looking for 745.
Nice
on
one.
this long.
I've got your screen up. Well done. Good trade. I flattened my trade because it's not me. Nice one. Yeah. If I tell you what, do hold that BTC trade. Not financial advice. Take it up to 250 minimum because it's looking good. So let's see if yes and NQ can flip this and this can really run.
Okay, I'm out of that trade for $600, $672.
Nice one.
I just wanted to lock some profits here. I've had quite a few break-even trades, so I just wanted to grab that
Brilliant.
Fair
while
enough.
it was there.
That
Brilliant.
was a great trade.
It's nice to see they took the BTC long. Perfect. Brilliant. That's good. Okay, let's see this NQ coming back in now.
Hit that 75 perfectly. Was where the liquidity was hiding.
Yeah.
Dom surface for the win. Right. Target for BTC for me, Robert, that would be all-time highs. But I'm going to be taking profits at the local high, which is 91.9, I think.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. You can always add more back in. Yeah, but just pay yourself. Pay yourself, and then on the drop, if you get one, just add whatever you took out, add it back in, and then you kind of like at break even again. Well, as in, you know, you've locked some profits and you've got more risk on again.
Guessing the New York VWAP here on NQ. Thank you, Che. Appreciate that. Dirk is long from 88.9. Nice, Dirk. Let's see what we get here. Okay, nice retest of the New York VWAP there on NQ. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I did take a quick scalp long on that as well. Was too quick for me to even adjust. It's already hit my take profit.
Too bad.
Looking. Yeah, nice to see that BTC trade. Back at
It
the
does look
open
like it
here.
wants to push back up here. Yep.
Yeah, back at the open, it's trying. ES. It's really trying there.
We've got 7 minutes left in this session, and if we close the session up in this area, it's going to be looking like a nice low on the 30-minute time frame. Still needs to be retested, but it looks all right.
I wanted to take one long on ES, but I was on a demo account there, so I have to change that real quick.
Yeah, it's really make or break here, isn't it? It's either reject
Yeah,
ES and then come down to the 22s or go take the high. I do like it here for a quick short scalp, but NQ is looking a little bit more perky. It's a little bit contradicting each other here. We have somewhat a little poor high here. Let me see. Yeah, it still has a chance to drop down. Let me see. Have to go with the breakdown below 19s, those 20s that we were looking earlier. I would prefer if it had a high made cleaner. Have to go with a really tight stop on the breakdown. But yeah, it's not.
I'm going with one long here on NQ, the retest of the New York VWAP and the 8 EMA. Also a little supply demand area on the 1 minute time frame.
Very low time frame, yeah. Yeah, I'm sharing your screen, Scott, there.
Cool.
People can see the market profile and everything, you guys. But we can always swap, just let me know.
Yeah.
Zoom in on these bubbles.
Yeah,
Are you in a long trade on ES or Nasdaq, Scott?
In that
Thank you.
Nasdaq, oh, fair enough. Okay.
It's really not going anywhere though.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would prefer if we had a run back down to our key levels.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
That's what I
First,
prefer.
let's hit your TP and then back down.
Yes,
And we
that
have
works.
5 minutes to close a session. That's probably going to provide us with a couple of new levels to trade off because
Yeah.
down here I don't feel the best trade setups are there.
Oh,
Yep,
it's
to
quite,
stop that about long, just for a
Yeah,
small risk.
it looks like it wants to run those stops down there.
Let it run.
Yeah, let it run, let it cook. Okay, where's ES?
So there's acceptable scalp short retest here on Nasdaq. But it's in the 50% range of this local price action.
Yes.
But at least
Exactly my
Yeah.
thought. I could see,
Yeah.
I wanted to go with the breakdown of the 20s, but I hesitated
Yeah.
there for a second, to be honest. And
yeah,
in
and now
fact,
the retest of this 1 minute demand is acceptable scalp short, but I can short in the middle of this, to be honest. So
it's
I
difficult.
prefer to not.
Yeah, there is range though. We do have target below to 22s now. If we do break this, so we just have to come up to, I would say, 32 and then down to 22s. That would give us a nice range to work with. Okay, NQ coming back down into support now, so it's always tricky. BTC with the pullback, good to see. For those who missed the train, will it now go and really clean the 89, 50?
Scanning here.
Scanning. I'll share your screen, Severin, so we can see your clusters there. Then I'll share mine when I'm in a trade. Or if I see something special.
What I was talking about was the retest of this demand that we got right here. So we got the 1 minute close below, then the retest up here. So that was at least 60 ticks. We're testing that area again, but I don't like shorting down here. So
The
I'm
50%.
just gonna, yeah, that's it. I would still prefer my levels down here. Yes, now also taking the lows again and
And hitting
what's
that
that
28. See if we can reject here the 12s on NQ for a short. Just looking. This is like micro scalping. See if we hold there. I'm actually going to set a automatic stop loss for 40 ticks on this. And there you go. So let's see if we can get that.
Okay, 2 minutes here in a session.
Yeah. So.
And are you short? Are you short now, Igor?
Yeah, I took that 11 short. Cool. I'll share my screen.
Nice, playing out perfectly.
Yeah, there you go. So coming back down. So
There
I'm just
you
going to
go.
trail. There you go. Closed. It was basically this back test. So lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high on the 12s. So that's what I got in. Let's see if we can come back inside. It's nice to see BTC holding that midpoint still. We want to see that sign of, turning point. ES now at a very nice place down there around the 28. So let's see if we can hold there. Yeah, I think I was a little bit too premature on closing this too close to price action. Let's see, that would have given me another 150. This is where I like to box in, but I boxed in a little bit too much here. It basically came and did your SR flip there. Severin at 703.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, nice flash. Brilliant.
That's it.
Right, there's the flash into support now.
One thing to be aware of now is that we have 1.5 minutes for this session. So for me, I'm gonna take it over to the 5 minute to see.
Let me see BTC coming back inside. Okay, so this is the second attempt. 1, 2. So let's see. It has to hold there. I'll keep an eye on BTC. Keep an eye on NQ. This is nice. At least we flushed through. You can see there. Look at all the orders that came in on the tape there. That's nice to see. BTC with what? A mix, ES mixed. We need to reclaim that, otherwise it's going to be just honestly look at the big gap that we have. So this is the NQ, but look at that. I mean, it's just we're so far away from where we closed last night.
Yeah, this candle's going to be closing bearishly. Looks.
Yeah. Okay, so we're looking for low volume, okay, and rotation to finish. And if the volume keeps increasing as is now, this is still obviously bearish. There you go. So another lower low on NQ to tap that next liquidity. Where's the next one? 650. Okay, if it doesn't hold, I mean, we could go with a trend line break. Have to mark it in. And I missed the first short because I didn't have the keyboard selected, so I was pressing my Elgato keys and nothing was working. So what the hell is going on? And it's this little button here that you have to push, otherwise your keyboard doesn't work. And I was like, oh, damn, missed that first short. I was waiting, and then we got there, and I was like, okay, there, and then nothing happened. There you go. So here's the B session open. I'll show you a screen there for you boys. Pour low, ES. Sorry, NQ. We have a pour low. Will the market makers leave that for a little bit later? Time will tell. Looks like they will. This is what I mean by the pour low, A-B session together. And the next level is 59.22 on ES. And let's just expand that. Okay, we have 70. So 70 is looking juicy. So let's see if we can get a back test around the highs there, 700s, and then push it back down. Back to you boys there.
See here, low doesn't look fantastic on Nasdaq, but
yeah, we touched the 97. That's where we rejected. You know, they like those 97. So let's see if we can go above, take 97 into 700s, and then push it back down. There you go. So 97 again. It would have to kind of reject here above, just one more tick or two more ticks above. Let's see it, and then go take the low into the 650. That would give us a better range to work with. They don't. Yeah, they're basically doing it without letting us on a train. So basically looking for a couple more ticks just above 69. So they love the 97s, as you can see there. So they love that. It was just obviously getting on that train down to 650. But you know, look at those market makers. They like, yeah, there you go, 650. Well, 675. And that was my alert there on my second target, 22.
Yep.
Yeah, 22.
We also have that expiration today, those options expirations. So there could be some people in here, some options dealers, some option sellers that need to get out or need to get priced to a certain strike. So not surprising to see this thing trending a little bit.
It's annoying. Another couple of ticks higher, and we would have marketed in on that short, catch on that train. Sometimes you don't get them all.
Key level at 676 is now hit.
Come on, BTC.
Low is taken. Yes.
Oh yes, very bearish. I'm waiting.
Oh, nice order there on yes being filled. We are positive on yes, on NQ, on the delta, even though we're coming down. Go figure. And there's some, yeah, okay. There's some bids coming above price now on NQ. All filled.
Nice to see just a little bit lower into the 660s.
Yes. This market's really trying. Okay,
yeah,
so
that's right, Capricorn.
Yeah, so NQ has hit a nice level here. So if we can hold those 70s, let's see, if we can hold those 70s and break the 78s after, that would be a nice scalp long. So let's see. Oh, and it goes without us.
Yeah,
So quick.
you
getting in?
I did take it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I'm sharing a screen, mate.
Wait. I'd have to change this real quick. Let me just see. I
got in a little late
on this one.
Yep. It's true. We're checking at the 87 now.
Yeah, I'm gonna mark it in if I see what I like. I don't see what I like just yet.
Yeah,
those 70s, those
it
70s
might stop me. Yeah.
Yeah, those because like it was what I was saying, like 89s and then down to the 70s. But those 70s still.
Yes, is now also hitting some nice support down here.
Yeah, there you go. They did that exactly. Yeah, there you go. There comes the 70s. They've not touched it yet. Looking. Wow, 2 front runs. Come on, you can do it. And here it goes. There's going to be a little flush, and then we can see 650s. If it does, comes back above, I'll take a long. Stay below, I'll remain flat. There you go.
There it is. There's the flush. Come on, flush,
Looking.
baby.
Looking. Okay, taking a long. Just want to see it snap out of here or completely reject. Down into the 650, so that's the next level. So it's a really low risk rate here. Sharing my screen for that, so you can all see it real time. There you go, moving up. Got my stop, still haven't anchored. Gonna move below the current low. Let it push higher. And market makers want to come down and take me. No, one now to swing low. Come on, push, push, push. No, no 650s. Go.
Push, 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 push.
Push. There you go. There. Looks like it looks good, but it could look better. What did you say earlier, Severin?
Looks okay, but it could look better.
Yeah, they
but
want
it doesn't look great or something.
Come on, I really want them to push now.
Yeah, I've also taken another long on Nasdaq. So I like the 1 minute low, but we will see if that gets a little bit of follow through now.
Yeah, it just needs to go now, really. Okay, so we've
Yeah.
reached.
Yeah, it's having some trouble here.
It's trying. Come on.
Okay, I am out of that trade. Just a quick 200 there for me. Lock some Friday profits.
Come on. BTC coming back down to VWAP. ES doing a nice swing low, and then Q really at this key level here should get that follow through. Break that 689 high, and then we can run, but it's still finding a bit of trouble here. It's like,
Yeah, I wanted to
zoom
take a
in.
quick swipe here just because we're still on this downtrend.
Yeah,
Just
gonna
see
lock some
profit
profits
take
here.
over.
There you go. So I've taken some out of the table, and I'm gonna add back in if we do go back above those 80s, and then I'll use this as my stop here because of those 650s down there. I'm aware that we can go back there first, but I'll mark it in if we see what we want to do. So again, lock those profits before it comes down to the drop.
That's
Looking on the
exactly what I
left.
didn't want to happen.
There you go. That's why I locked those profits before, because I could see that
Exactly.
coming back down.
Yep.
And this is the power of the level 2 here. So
We're
they're
also
still
into a
holding.
key level.
Yeah.
Key level at 664 POC.
Look at the orders.
previous
Look
New
at the
York
tape.
session.
Yeah, the tape's speeding up now. Gonna actually put the NQ so you can see.
ES is really cooking.
Yeah, they were unable to sustain that move up. You could see that there on the tape. There you go. They've removed that liquidity. This could run. Let's have a look. 650 is the target. This could run down there. Come on. If they hold it, break the trend line. Might be a good long, but let's be patient. We've already taken 1, 2. Okay, holding.
It's just
I'm sharing my screen, right? Yeah. Okay, good.
Yep.
Good. Okay, I like that, but the 50s would be optimal. Yeah, BTC now flirting with that VWAP. There you go, more orders being filled, 26 lots down there. Let's have a look at the yes. Less.
I see the liquidity sitting at 650. It would be nice to just get a huge flush into that level.
But yeah, all the orders are filling
Real
here.
capitulation. Yeah. There we go. Capitulate.
And you don't want to short now into it because you're so close to it. So it would make no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, they're even pulling liquidity now from that level.
Yeah. And adding above now.
Boom.
There you go.
There's the flush, baby.
There you go. So we could try and scalp a little long here with that. Let's have a look. Want to see a back
This is
test.
previous month value area higher on ES as well. So,
Is it?
But it's still, this market is just dropping.
Very bearish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's.
Yeah.
It's got momentum to the downside. The tempo is really fast to the downside. It would have to break above 67 now. Sorry, 57. So the market would have to go below, hold that 650, go back above, and then for a nice long trade, because then it would break this and we could go for the high. So that would be a nice risk to reward trade. But we don't have that just yet. And we have another point of control coming in at the 40s from this day. And it's
And dare I say, someone's selling here, and they have to get out. They're not puking. They're not like it's not like they're just putting contracts all over the place, but they are consistently selling whenever price gets to a nice resistance level. So there's somebody here who's got some business to take care of today.
Okay, ES is complete. There's no much liquidity on the books actually.
For NQ, we're now at previous week's equilibrium. So the midpoint of last week. Big move.
Suddenly just got really hungry. I'm gonna show you the screen, boys.
Previous EQ, I can see that into a naked value area low on Nasdaq.
Yeah, Nasdaq needs to claim that. Yeah, there you go. So it's coming up to that 50 now. We need to flip that 50 and then leave that auction on there. So, but yeah, on both assets we have quite a lot of volume done there. So it doesn't look quite finished just as of yet. So I would hold fire here on any long trades. The shorts are still paying. Yeah, BTC obviously. It was looking good there for a second with that little bounce, but with the stock market doing what it's doing, you know, it was kind of like not weird, but a bit, you know, surprising to see BTC doing very well. So it's nice to see that it's kind of like following the stock market now, BTC. Any trades for you boys?
No, I'm looking here. Naked value area low. Oh, that's a nice long that filled here on the yes.
Okay, NQ getting a little pump, a little
Six
something.
50. Yeah, it's the 650. It needs to flip it first, and then we can talk about long. It's going quick into the level. Some bit support coming in now.
659.
Yeah, some bit
659,
support.
660 is going to be key.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's sold through it.
Let's see if the next level holds. And then that could be the long, like around now-ish. 44s, 50s. Okay, I did take it. Let's see if it holds.
Took it as well.
Yeah, my stop is literally just here. If it comes back below a few ticks, I'm out. So let's just see. So 47, 46. I'm out of that trade. Yeah, they want lower still. Are you still holding on to yours? Because they want the lows.
Yep. Yeah, I've got my stop at the low, so we'll see if they take the low. Look like
Yeah.
they're going to. Then I'm out.
I'd be very surprised if they don't. It'd have to be
Me
a
too,
small.
especially.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, now the market hasn't shifted yet, so just patience here.
Looks better now.
The 5 minutes still so bearish.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna wait for a 5-minute close here, but it's really today you have to focus. So going a bit more quiet today.
Understandable.
Capricorn short on BTC just hit a TP1. Excellent trade, my friend.
Nice one.
And you can see, someone mentioned that, hey, that BTC trade was a long trade was a bad idea. Well, I don't know if it was necessarily a bad idea, but it was a trade idea. And the thing about trading is some ideas work and some ideas don't work. So you got to be flexible with that and you can't take it too personally. Sometimes you take bad trades and it's just part of the game, you know?
That trade went from 89 to 90. Okay, that's $1,000 drop rise. So if you go in with 10 lots, that's $1,000. So it's not a bad idea. We're scalping. So it's a good trade. But yeah, in hindsight, we were looking, looking back, we were looking for the high. We didn't get it. The market is, look at ES and NQ. Both assets, really dropping. So it's nice to see BTC actually, for once, kind of mirroring what they're doing. So
yeah,
it's not a bad idea. It's a trade. When you get into a trade, you always know the risk. And I think this is it. As traders, you have to accept that risk always. Otherwise, you're always going to fail because you're going to be too emotionally attached to it. I think that's the difference.
And see some lows on Nasdaq at 20,580. Might be heading there.
It's just we had such a big run up since the last 2 weeks. It does feel like a bit of rebalancing, a bit of normalization of inventory for these parties. I'm sure that the banks and the institutions, they were probably all very, very long. And so you realize this is the end of the year. They want to recognize those profits. They've got to take some chips off the table. So we could be seeing a little bit of that here as well.
Yeah.
So there's not really any macro things going on right now that are bearish. A little pop here on NQ.
Mm-hmm. Backtesting the 650. That's the key level that I want to see flip. Yeah.
And they're adding there too. That's the thing. They're stacking.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they rejected there.
Beautiful rejection. Yeah, somebody's got some plans today.
Quite swiftly, yeah, from those 650s. Long wick on 1 minute.
Some funny comments coming in here, chaps.
What happened?
So Davidas was just saying, thanks for not doing.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, go on.
No. Davidas just said, thanks for not doing the streams during the weekend. The missus is already going to file a complaint with customer service.
Funny. Brilliant. I thought you were going to talk about the long trade because that was a good trade. It was from just VWAP up to what's that, 1%, right? Yeah.
$1,000. It's pretty good on one contract.
I know, right? Yeah, it's not holding there. Actually, BTC is holding pretty damn well, in my opinion.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, given
really
the
good.
circumstances.
All right, I like. So we are reaching that 12 on. Yes, that was my last sort of like support level there. So 59.12. So I am going to think about really looking at this market now, here locally, because we back down to test it. So I do like it here. So I'm going to put this all here so I can see. Come on. I've only just noticed. I've been lingering around that level, so I like that. So let's see if we can sweep, switch, go. Because yeah, I'm not looking for any shorts down here. That would be silly. Do you boys agree?
I had to reconnect my headphones real quick. Sometimes they struggle a little bit, so I didn't hear what you were saying. We are forming some single prints on the way down.
You have 11 minutes here left in B session, establishing the initial balance.
What a gap.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Keeping an eye on ES.
Yeah, ES is just falling off a cliff.
Yeah.
And NASDAQ.
Yep, third Friday of the month. That is a big one. We got to start thinking about that because it's big options day.
Rebalance.
Yeah. I just started looking into options. Someone was asking about that. I'm really interested. I'm all in. I'm going to start trading options. I just haven't gotten to the point where I feel comfortable trading them yet, but I'll let you all know when I do. I'm excited. New thing.
Nice one.
Take care.
Yeah. New module.
Oh yeah, demo first. Yeah, new module incoming.
So value on volume was 12 and TPO is 06, so that's $6 away. I like it here, but let's see if we get to the 6. But this is kind of looking, the volume is still a little tick higher. Let me go to 1 tick. Right, I'm really trying here. Let's go down, let's go deeper. Let's have a look, see what the boys are doing down there. You flat, Severin and Scott?
I am flat. I'm looking. I mean, it's almost tempting to short these 1 minute candles here. Every rise gets sold. So, but I can't do that.
But we're really far away
Can't
from
do it.
any.
No.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
All right, ES starting to look a little bit better here. Just want this to pop up so I can see. So you missed the music then, Severin?
Yes, but so I can listen to music. So I am listening to music at the moment.
Do you mind
Just
sharing?
on low volume. It's gonna cut the stream.
Yeah, best not to. All right, 8 minutes for this B session to finish. Looks like the market really needs to run some stops. We want to see that tape go really fast as it reaches where it wants to reach. We have the Nasdaq reaching 20,600 round number. We have ES coming down to the 10s, which will be the 5,900 as well. So 2 big key levels. With such large gap, I wasn't expecting to see. Yeah, sorry, go on. You go.
No, I was just gonna say I kind of see it much lower on this Nasdaq chart, like 20,500, and if that's lost 20,300, just looking at the 4-hour chart, we are one time framing here for the last 48 hours, so it's looking very.
But that's always the case with these massive impulses to the upside. There's just no great support to stop a retracement. So that's what we can see here.
Yeah, great point there.
There's a flush.
580 is a 4-hour low.
Come on, 7. I want to see the 6. 7 or 6. There's my alert. Last one. Okay, here's my support level. So if it doesn't hold here, then I don't have anything else to the downside. Okay, so one more tick. There you go. Perfect. Going to be looking while flashing through so far. 30. Okay. I might attempt to long here in a second if I like what I see. Just because that alert there was my final target there to the downside. It's looking still not good. Not good.
Not good.
Ian.
No bueno.
Ian, if you're listening, not good.
You are a legend.
Shout out to Ian.
That's it. Is he in the chat? So look, that'll be so funny.
I think so.
Nasdaq has to take that 580.
Okay, let's see.
Can we see your screen, Igor? Lots of people are asking.
Yes.
I think they like your screen.
Okay, yeah. Do they? Yeah. I have just marked in on 2. Yeah, I'm going to give me a second. I'm going to try and hold this here. And I'm going to scan over to the NQ. I also like NQ here. But let's see if it holds. That's how many ticks below. That's 330. It's not too deep. Let's have a look. They might want to go and test the 600, the 900s. Yeah, there you go. So there's the 600s. I don't want to take the short. There is a short scalp here. I don't want to take it because we are just so far extended and this can snap back inside in style. But yeah, there is a short scalp here. So if you're scalping, really micro scalping, maybe Muff is in the house. You can, I know he likes these. This is probably the 8 actually. You can take that short scalp. But I'm not really interested. I feel like this chart is kind of like getting to a nice level where we can get a little bounce here. Because yeah, if we reject here, I don't have anything else apart from the big round figure. So I want to kind of like be stopped out below this low here. Be nice to get the retest of the 30. Might have my stop too tight, but then again, trying to preach and practice good risk to reward while we're on stream. Let's keep an eye on that. We've got 4 minutes as well, so another kind of like thing to keep an eye. Then I'll explain this trade in more detail once it gets going. Are you guys flat?
Flat. You can see Nvidia now with a little bit of a rebound. Nasdaq, some long stepping in.
Oh, look at that. It came down to those levels we were looking earlier. Yeah, because proper support is all the way down there at the 30s. But here is the gap. Yeah, so ES is coming back in. Looks like it wanted to properly sweep those 6s. Be nice if it holds here. This is a nice place to hold. in front of the big psychological level, have a little bounce, and then come back later. So basically take the long into a short, but it's not looking the best so far. I am going to look at NQ as well. Let's zoom in. $155 risk. Yeah, I don't really have a good risk here, risk to reward. But I can see the trade forming 600. Did you buy the back test, Severin?
No,
Tell you what, if
I'm
we get out of
looking.
here, if we get out of here,
That's gonna be quick. Yeah, then we can see a massive rise, but we still have that low at 580. And I don't see anything we are bouncing off at the moment. So it's kind of, it's the monthly value area low though. That's something.
no, we are at a good level here. I'll go over it in a minute.
What is it?
Can't you see?
No,
93.
I would want to see that 580 taken on Nasdaq.
Fair enough. But to be fair, if it was to happen, typically it would have happened by now. So the timing is not the best. And I think we do have 2 minutes. That's probably what they're going to do. They're going to go all the way down, run the 80s. You can see the 80s there. That would be better. Come back inside and then take off.
Yeah, that would be good. Then I would actually be interested in the long but
And I can see my ES trade is still sticky there. It's just so annoying when this happens, isn't it? Because it's like you've got the level, you've got everything, you have confluence is there, but it's just not wanting to play ball with you. I mean, I've seen this go up to, 160, 150, and a lot of people probably saying, just lock it. I'm like, no, I want to see it go. But yeah, I guess that's at this point, it's just not going. So I could make a scratch trade and just wait. Okay, let's wait for that 1 minute to count down. Now you can see there, which is annoying really, because I still feel like this could really run. And then Severin will say, yeah, I take it. I took it. You guys are like, oh yeah, I got stopped out. And I'll be like, damn you. But yeah, there you go. So stopped out on the scratch trade there. But let's see if they can sweep those 6 properly. That was initially the plan. So I said 12 and then $6 range. So here we goes. Here they're coming down. I'm going to have to go back to my dear profile TPO chart and my camera is right in front, so I can't really see. Might have to buy sunglasses to see better. There we go, come on. But you can see how that was initially a nice little trade there. So if you're following along, going to zoom in. Those little market makers. Starting
Come on,
to really
take that
annoy me.
580 in the last seconds. That will be good.
It might not. I tell you what, they might not. They might not. You know what would be nice to just hold the 90s and then just go. That would be nice. I might have to jump in on all my accounts. Just go boom, boom, boom. Come on, roll over, test, and then we can trade BTC as well. Because if this holds here, BTC then, because BTC is rolling really good. So if the market then turns around here, there's the C session. Let's keep an eye. 41.
C-session opening
44.
right at the lows.
Big order being filled there. I mean, what's the risk? 120. 120. That's not a lot of risk, is it? Let's go. If we flush between the 80s, I'll get stopped. Come back inside, I'll add again. Oops, I was meant to do this. Okay. Come on. Pump it. For Maria. They might hold here though. Yeah. Oh yeah. Do you remember that? So I'm again trying to scratch that. There you go, scratch trade. Go get the 80s. At least get it done. It's just so frustrating.
We also have a new 30-minute candle opening in the lower quartile, so it would be nice to take the lows, but I can see Nvidia reclaiming previous week EQ.
Oh man, they're really testing me here. I'm getting really annoyed. But
it's
come on, take those 6. Yeah, I want to see 6 taken, back inside, go. There you go, 6 taken, back inside, 55 lots done there. That's good. Let's go into the trade. I'm on my screen. Yeah, perfect. Now you really have to hold there. If not, then this is going much, much lower because there's nothing else below. I don't have anything else. So I'm willing to risk what? 150. Let's go. Just as a test. Ooh, they back testing that 55.63. Ooh, that's a lot of volume. 161. Looks like they're going to push lower. 105s into the 600s. Come on. Claim the B session low, because we now technically have broken initial balance low, so that's a little bit more bearish. But if we do claim it, this can really run, and that's what I'm looking for. And we can add another lot here. Did you take the long, Severin?
I am still waiting for that 580.
Oh, is it not? But we could have a double bottom there. It might not get there.
Yeah, I know, but my
I know.
stats are also pointing towards.
I know. It does feel
so.
silly. And look, I might get a stop here again. But the other two were scratched, but like 0 loss. In fact, $5 each. I like it here. Sorry about the noise in the background. I've got an electrician now fit him some lights. And he's making holes in my ceiling. So he's devaluing my house.
He wants some signals from the other room, just
listening in.
It was really funny. He came in here early to ask me something this morning, and he opened the door and says, "Excuse me," and he saw the back of the screen. Like, "Oh my God, what is this? A spaceship?" I was like, it's not a spaceship.
Always.
I know.
He was really overwhelmed. He was like, "What do you have there?" I said, "Yeah, it's a cockpit.
It's a flight simulator."
It's a flight simulator." Yeah, that's what I said. He says, "Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Do you do gaming?" "Yeah." It's quite funny. Don't want to tell my electrician what I'm doing.
Yeah, do you also feel that sometimes it's not the best idea to tell what you're actually doing?
Yeah, they asked too many
yeah,
questions. I see that 80. I don't know if it's a clickbait, a little like dangling thing. We might not get that fruit down there. I don't know. It'd be nice if we did, because at least we have finished auction business. I'm going to show you a screen, guys, now, if you want to see. Smash the likes if you're enjoying the stream. I know it's not, we're not making thousands and hundreds of thousands, but we're just looking for nice trades at given levels. I'll go over all of the stuff that I saw here, but it needs to come out. If we can start pushing inside, but I see low volume there at the 9s. I'm showing my screen still. We can add another couple of lots back in here and then take a nice trade. NQ is pushing. I've seen this many times.
It's trying here.
Yeah,
it's trying.
But it's rejecting it every time it goes up to that nice resistance there. So once it breaks that line, I mean, actually, let's just zoom out a little bit. Let's see, where are the markets getting those orders in? 650, where we broke down.
Yeah, I'm long here with 2 contracts with a little bit of size.
Okay, we could reject here though at the 9s. Yeah, and I can see it because we only have 3 at the high. There you go, boom. They really playing games here.
Yeah, they want that 80.
Yeah.
And see, Microsoft is taking local lows into untested value now. So Microsoft is coming into support.
Okay.
But I need that 580.
Yeah, we have, Apple is just on the, look at Apple, rejecting the 50, heading down. Same with Microsoft. We can't really say the same for, this is the daily. Let me go to a 30-minute there. Let me just see what's cooking here, like lower time frame. Yeah, we are dumping there on the end.
There we go.
Yeah. So did we take the 80s? Okay, that's a big order down there. Large order. Let's keep an eye there. Are you going to go along? Yeah. Boom,
I am
flush.
waiting now for my strategy.
Yeah. Okay. I did get stopped on that trade there. So.
Yep, same.
Let's see if this is flush. Gonna stick or go. Wow, look at that nice flash. Look, 160 lots and 267. 1,000 swallowed down there.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Back to your screen.
Now it's fighting. Now it's fighting down here. Still waiting.
So we
1
attempted
minute
that
is
long.
about to close.
Yeah, we attempted that long. Didn't work. We
Wasn't
saw in
below.
profit for a little while, but these markets obviously want to seek lower.
If we don't get my strategy entry here at 580, I'm not taking this trade, by the way.
Yeah. Like we smashed
Yeah,
straight
now we've
through
been
that.
pushing much lower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this is why as a trader you always have to have that stop loss in place, just like we had there. So it's good practice.
Yeah, ES is probably heading for that 900. There's a little bit of liquidity there and monthly value area low.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't really have anything else down on my plan. I didn't have any levels. I'm just looking now at the big SR flip here at the 900s on ES. That's it. And then NQ, yes, NQ we've got 58 as support, so which is just below where we are now, which is the untested value.
And now it's looking all right.
Yeah, but it's still closing
80.
bearish.
It's that 80.
But it was a very high probability, as I was saying, on Nasdaq to make a new low. That's all according to statistics with the open that we had.
Okay, I'm keeping an eye on the volume on there on ES, and yeah, it's still, yeah, we're coming back inside now. 80, that's the initial balance low, and ES is still quite far away from it.
Yeah, I want to see this rejection here and then a reclaim.
Yeah, we need the close above. Need the close above. I can see Nvidia now not looking too good. Microsoft not too good. It's
Okay, NQ still flirting with the initial balance low.
it's trying now.
Okay, I'm long here.
I've also taken one contract long.
All right, I'm on your. Yeah, we can't. Yeah, I'm on your screen, Severin. We can't see your thing.
Yeah, let me focus just a little bit more, then I go over to my left screen. Let's see if I want to add here. This has potential to run. If we start to run, then we know Nasdaq. But the low is okay. 30-minute, 15. Good, yeah.
Yeah, we're getting acceptance back inside the initial balance low. So this is nice. We can see some bid support here on ES, 907s. This could run as well. So let's see a BTC as well. BTC coming back inside.
Okay, first TP hit for me at the 600 level. This is where we were rejecting earlier. And it's just
over to this trade real quick.
Yeah, share your screen so we can see your trade.
Beautiful.
Here.
Beautiful order flow there. Bid-ask ladder. Gorgeous.
I'm allowing myself a little bit room on this one because if I'm stopped, that's not the end of the world. Yeah, but I want to let it breathe for a little bit here, to be honest. I would hold this as a day trade if possible. 12 seconds for a 5-minute close. Let's see that one.
Okay, I'm pulling along on the NQ as well. I'm looking at BTC. BTC, if we can close above this 88,900, I mean 800, I'll take a long on that one too.
Cool. BTC coming into some support here at 87s.
Yeah, I like it. Order.
Thing is, the stocks really aren't playing long. Microsoft dropping, Meta dropping. Maybe they'll turn around here.
Yeah, so
but these
ES is really struggling still with the overnight, the initial balance low at 906. It needs to go back in there for any continuation higher. So looking at BTC, retesting the VWAP just under.
Nasdaq just can't break that supply
600.
zone here. Yeah, it's 600 up to 610.
Once it breaks,
No
you'll go.
point. Yeah, that's
If it
it. That's
if it breaks, I'll
too
add one
bad.
more.
Yeah, that's why I'm also allowing this because I foresee this trade. So if it goes in my direction, this can have a very, very large rise. So I'm accepting a
But it
little bit
needs,
of a risk
yeah,
here.
I agree, but it really needs to get going because if it doesn't, if it spends
Yeah.
too much time here, then it will
No.
just come back down.
But what did you say yesterday? The best trades, you're
It's the
starting to sweat,
ones,
isn't it?
that's it. They make you sweat. Yeah, are you feeling the sweat already?
My hands
It's
are
all
sweating.
right.
Sweat
But
it
to be
up.
honest, my profit pad for today is not too big. I think I'm up 1,200 or something, and this would lose 350.
Okay.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Pum,
Retest
pum,
here.
pum. So looking to see if
80s.
BTC, yeah, let's see if BTC can really hold this, back test here. That would be really cool to see. Yeah, selling continuing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out of my NQ trade.
I will be
ES.
shortly as well. Nvidia's breaking down.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's quite a far deep there. It just can't break the 600s.
Mm-hmm. But if we do, wow.
Oh, hang on. So there are some traders stepping in now down here. I'm
But
looking at
below
the ES.
now.
Yeah, hang on. I'm looking at the ES now. Hang on a second, because this looks okay. All right. Let me look at a chart first. All right, this has the potential. I mean, we went all the way down there, and we had 999 total volume, and 948 of which were selling, and yet we held the twos on ES. So we have the same right now. We have a massive seller here, and it's being, price is still there at the 4, so we could snap back inside that initial balance. There you go, there he is again. Just put this back on the tape there. Yeah, I'm going to attempt a long here on ES. Low risk, so 903s, and I'll share my screen so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I can see these two, well, this trader here, so you can see the low down there, so high volume, really high volume, yet no drop. Okay, can you see that there? And then this is the initial balance low. Those were the support levels. It's all coming in around that nice level that I like. Again, I'm going to let this run a little bit because, yes, we do have that potential for a big snapback inside, and that's what Severin was looking for as well earlier. But it's just finding that resistance here. We know this area is quite key. So yeah, let's see if they really hold that initial balance low on the way back down and then snap back inside, because you can see so the sellers are here, yet price is not going too deep. So that means, there is high interest here for those long trades, longer term. So back to your chart there, boys.
Yep, new 5-minute candle here. Still fighting here.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna allow this to form here. Short squeeze would be nice.
Yeah, we will get it. We will get it. It's forming
At some
Here it
point.
comes.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
I think when we break the 10s, I'll add the second lot. And if we break, I mean, where's the midpoint? So oh gosh, it's so far up. Jesus, it's at 16. Yeah, this is it. And BTC is looking good. I'm actually going to pull the trigger on BTC as well. So I'm going to buy in with 10 micros. Okay, so I should be in any minute now if it decides to fill me. I'm only risking $200 here.
I think Nasdaq is now also trying to get out of here.
It's got the 600. Needs to break. I'm up 250 on that, but it's not going. It's really not going yet. But if it does break the 10s, then I'll probably go with the market long in there as well. So yeah, long BTC, long ES, and long NQ. Long galore. My NQ
Igor
trade
is very, very long now.
Yeah, I'm not very tall, but coming back.
Yeah, their sellers are trying to keep it down.
It's 600. They're trying to suppress it. I was hoping at least to see.
Look at this 600, man.
Yeah, look at that 600. They literally just went boom. Let's go and take Igor entry.
And me.
Yeah. Now that was a break-even trade. I had my stop at 80s. So unfortunately.
Wow.
Yeah. Now they're gonna really push it.
Someone's got some business to take care of today.
Yes. Well, if we do lose that initial balance low, then, I mean, we're going to have to go with a much bigger range. But, I mean, how? Look how far deep we are with the biggest gap that we've seen for a while. I'm just going to keep an eye here on that 1,000 lots at 905 to see if they add to it and if they hold it. And I'm not interested now in trading NQ until we reclaim that 600. That's it. Not taking any longs on there. So ES still at the initial balance low. And BTC is not holding, so my risk is literally just here. So I'll take 200 loss, currently $100 only. You got to try these things to see if they work. And my morale is if it either works or it doesn't.
And you never know which one's going to be the winner either. You just got to take the trades and use good risk management. That's it. Because you can just see every time we get a little pop here, somebody jumps in and just says, no, thank you. I'm going to sell that.
But they're hiding their orders because we can't see them. Not all of it.
Yep. It's big boys here.
Yeah, but the buyers not there. They're not really shy in hiding. In hiding because we can see them. So here we go. So we're still here at the 906. That was the key level. If you all remember, it was 12 or 6. 6 is the initial balance low. We are still lingering here. That is my entry. My stop is at 3. NQ looks still very bearish. ES looks like it wants to hold. BTC held at higher low. Currently still on that trade. Let's see if they can break view up now. They should do because it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. If ES, if we can break that 10s, what was I saying earlier, 10s, 12s, then we can add another lot. We'd have to flip it. NQ would have to be 600, but now it looks so nice. I can see Severin looking at NQ thinking, yeah. But look at the 40s now. Wow, 45s, 40s, 42s. Can you see that, Scott?
On ES or NASDAQ?
NASDAQ.
Yeah, 550.
Yeah, they're waiting.
Oh, all the liquidity's lower. Look at it. Oh my gosh, I didn't see that. It's all 540, 550. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all they're waiting.
They're ready.
There. Yeah,
ready. Maybe it's take profits down there.
There they come. And yes, again, another rotation back to the initial balance. So look, it has tried what now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times and still unable to accept in there. It really has to go. Or more downside. And yeah, and it's funny because typically when this kind of like scenario happens, it just goes. And today is just tries. So it's showing us that the market is accepting lower prices, yet value is still higher though. Severin, you in?
No, I'm waiting. I don't know.
Because I want to go against. Oh, there you go. Boom. Oh my god.
Wow.
You know what? This is annoying.
Into the 600 again.
No. But listen, when I said, "Are you in?" It's because we were testing 65. We were testing that 65, and that is the sweet spot. Look, boom, literally on the dot. I kick myself because that was it. And I was looking, and boys in the chat, you probably saw that 65 hit before I said that. This is the expansion and the magnitude that we see. And on NQ, that would have netted us, look at that, $800. But yeah, the initial balance held and squeezed the market. We need to go past that B session there. So that B right there needs to be broken. This B yellow line. I'm on my screen? Yes. That 600, come on. Are they going to completely reject? Because if they do, I'm just going to be like, all right, I'm going to take my... let's see if they hold.
Should we short it?
Well, but look at the market makers. They're adding above now.
Yeah.
Right, at this point, this is going to be a scratch trade because I am not letting these markets take that 6 stop. So how long do we have? 8 minutes. That's the... or waits. BTC took the view up, so we are currently only up 200 on that. I'm on a 30-second shot. Let me share. There you go. So that's what we're cooking there. But yeah, I don't feel confident. Not with this wizardry going on here. I mean, what is that? Yes, forget about this move here. Forget about that expansion. That is a nice long trade. And that's why I said to you, are you in? Because I could see potentially this being that nice trade that gets expensive, but not as quick as this. I mean, that is ridiculous. So now we're coming back in. BTC as well. It looks all broken today.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Oh, man. There we go. Look at that.
I truly think there's a lot of factors that are outside of the market, like the options and stuff.
Look at that. They're coming down to that. There you go. I'm stopped out. Initial balance low, big back test. So now they can go. And then they can say, right, there you go. You can see that it happens to everybody. But I didn't want to give any money back to the market. So there you go.
I did take the 600 short here. I might.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You gotta have to let us know.
Yes,
so we can jump.
Today I have to really
joking,
focus, man.
It's okay. It's been a long week.
But I'm trailing here to this above this node.
I'll share your screen then, since you're in a short.
If we break the lows, we could see another flush. So for this short, it'll be good if we break it.
Well, at least we rejected from the 50 SMA.
Oh, yeah.
Which was a 600.
Today, any reason to short, you have to take it, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the back test of the initial balance low 6.
There we go. That's slow.
Yeah, it'd have to come up. It'd have to come up to. Oh, I'm sure. Oh, Severin screen. Sorry, I was showing.
My bad.
Screen. It's all right.
Nothing there.
Nothing burger. Yeah, sorry.
That might be another very bearish 5-minute close. Look at the 5-minute on ES and Nasdaq. If we close like that, wow.
Yeah, they went lower. Yeah. They tried to get acceptance back inside the initial balance low, but now completely trading below it. So yeah, a retest would be a nice. But then yeah, it's just overextended. What's the time now? 5 minutes to 4. We can do some questions. Let's go over the questions. That BTC trade is not playing out, and I'm gonna flatten it in a second if we don't get continuation.
Sounds great. We find a couple questions here.
Let's go.
Okay, we do have one question here from John Anderton, who's a member. And he asked this question actually the other day, and I forgot to ask it, but it's a really good one. So I wanted to ask it for John. His question is, after finishing almost all of the content, it would be great to know which strategy is best to start trading with. Is it the 3-candle entry from Severin, or is it another one? It would be helpful to hear all of you discuss live on stream, maybe when there's slow markets, what would be good for non-CC members to hear about multiple strategies. So do you guys have any favorite strategies or anything you think that maybe someone who's just gotten through all the content would be good to look at?
I would say an easy one is probably the CCW. trade
Very well.
setup, which is just a retest. And you can use, for example, a local market structure. I think it's very kind of like clear and clean. And I'm out of that BTC trade, by the way. But yeah, you want to wait for a little, at least breaking structure and then retest. And then you've got a good risk to rewards. But that needs to be in confluence with time of day, place in the chart, obviously, level. And then you've got a nice risk management setup because it's all given and set in stone. So that's a good one for a beginner trader.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I can agree on that. I've been trading the CCW for a long time. When I was still trading CFDs, I mostly used that strategy actually to wait for a level to be hit, then wait for a 1 minute market structure change, and then CCW entry. Just because back on CFDs we had quite a bit of spread, so it was important to look for trades that can run for a little longer, unlike the futures now. And I saw a comment actually the other day where someone was saying that with all the fees, I don't know what exactly this person said, but there's so many fees when we are scalping like this, and that's absolutely not the case when trading futures. So one trade here that cost me for a round turn, so opening and closing the position, only $4, so $4.
Yeah, that's it. So the futures is very accessible. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, round.
Excellent. And
that's $250,000, isn't it?
Even bigger on NQ. Even bigger. It's like 425,000 on NQ. Maybe maybe a little less now, but it's big position size. So
yeah, $500,000.
And for me, I would have to say Igor's .25 range tool. It's more of a tool than a trading strategy, but I've actually created my own strategy around using the .75 resistance, particularly. That's been very, very, very helpful in determining sort of medium time frame to high time frame resistance areas. So that for me has been a huge game changer, and I use it every single day now. I'm looking at the .5 for the equilibriums. I'm looking at .25 for the potential support. I'm looking at the .75 and the 1 for potential resistance. So that has been amazing for me.
Yeah, it's a risk manager tool, in my opinion, the .25. That's how I use it. So it doesn't matter how you pull the fib, because it's obviously, we do it with the Fibonacci. But for me, it's just a risk management tool. It's great. Honestly, it's really great. And I do love using it all the time.
Yeah. Excellent.
I just trailed my stop loss a little bit lower. So if I'm now stopped, that's going to be a $650 win. ES has now taken this low down here, so that's why I have to think about trailing or locking a few. This is, what is it? It's a 4-hour low or something, and monthly value area low on ES. So this is why we see the bounce here. It's actually quite a good bounce. I'm out of the short trade.
Just writing a few notes here. Great questions. Okay, now we're out of that BTC trade. Igor, do you see any major levels on BTC which you would like to see potentially a reaction on for
right now?
Right now. You heard it here.
Yeah, we're just flirting with that VWAP. BTC hasn't lost a daily. I mean, I'm really surprised that here we are on NQ and ES. And by the way, I just took a long on NQ at 255. Yeah, nice bounce. And I'll share my screen for that. There you go. That was literally just there. I'm gonna let I've got a low risk on this. But wow, that was low, 56. But yeah, we have not broken. And come on, just break out of here. I want to see. I'm gonna allow $50, $50, because we could just go back inside. Let me just zoom in. It was the retest. Let me just look. Gonna give $1 more away for the market. No, they don't want it. They want it lower. I want to see the bubble bigger down here. Yeah, there you go. All right, back to your screen. Yeah, we haven't lost the previous day. This still looks good. Let me just see if it's... What's the ES looking like?
New 30 minutes open now. D session. Oh, also in lower quartile.
Yeah, I can't go on for too long because I have to leave in a few minutes, by the way.
Okay, cool. Why don't
So
we do
in
a couple more
10 minutes or
questions?
something.
Yeah, but what I was going to
Cool.
say about BTC is that when we break the previous day low, I will then say, okay, fine, fair enough. I will switch to bearish. But until then, this is support. And I'm very surprised that we are still not breaking as hard as ES and NQ is. I mean, I'm just going to try and share my chart here. And I'm going to go to the CME there. So the beginning, Coinbase. And you can see it. So this is nice. I mean, when it breaks, it might really go down to 85. But we've not done that yet. Every time, like, we have a pullback, it gets brought back up. And now let's look at the ES and NQ. You can see, so BTC is actually holding really well. So I can't be bearish on it. But mind you, once it does break those lows like here, so BTC is here right now. Let me just mark a line here. So BTC is here. So this is where BTC is. Okay, look, there. So this is still support. If we hold this, we look for the high and the high and the high. If we break, we look for that one there. Okay, so here's the target 85 if this breaks. But it doesn't break, but it's not breaking it. It's tried, fair enough, but it's still holding. Right, let's see if that NQ still pushes. You're out of your short, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm in the long trade here on NQ.
Yeah, I'm not feeling too confident on it, but yeah, I did retest. I went back in on the retest.
Cool.
There. And now I'm going to move my stop to that low there. I'm going to try. And those trades are just basically, you know, break-even trades. So
Maybe we can do 2 more questions here if you guys have some time.
Yep.
Cool. From Wesley, I'm not sure I understand the importance of initial balance. Could you please explain it a little more? Thanks again.
I'll let one of you explain while I focus on this.
Do you want to do that, Scott? Because I don't really like
Yeah.
the initial balance. I don't look at A and B session high-low.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And the initial balance is essentially, Wes, is just the first 2 30-minute sessions of New York. And typically it creates a high and a low. And those high and a low can be used as a reference point on the chart for if, like right now, we've retested the initial balance low as resistance. And that has been a really nice guide to tell us that, hey, prices do not want to get acceptance back into the initial balance. And so it will likely continue lower. That said, if we do start closing 5-minute candles back with inside the initial balance, that is a good sign that prices are looking to turn around, looking to change direction, and have gained acceptance back into that initial 1 hour, the first hour of New York. So A session, B session. One other thing you can look at is also if it's a small initial balance, there's the statistics that say that the potential for a trending day is higher. Also with a large initial balance like we have today, the potential for a range bound environment is actually higher. So that's just a high level overview. We have a lot more info about this on the website. But if that makes sense, let me know. If you have further questions, feel free to tag me in the chat or reach out.
Nice one.
And then last question, are we having a giveaway today? Not today, but we do have a contest, and I would urge all of you, please, to go check out our meme contest. It's on Instagram. That will be where you can enter to win potentially a free Chart Champions membership. So we're really, really excited to do some fun stuff next week. So next week will actually be a really, really great week. We could potentially have Coach Daniel stopping by. We might have some exciting news for you all, and we potentially will have some more giveaways. So feel free to stay tuned in and stay locked in with us. And yeah, I really appreciate all of you being here today.
Very nice.
Very, very nice indeed. I think, are we going to wrap up then now?
I'm good to go. You guys are?
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Okay, good. Let's just quickly recap then. So on BTC, just be aware. I would say obviously we do have this open for the public. So just keep an eye on the previous day range. Currently, you can see that BTC, since the arrival of this, let's call it 89K range, since the arrival, we've tried above, failed, come back inside, but we have not broken the range low. Okay, so from that day to, let's say, yesterday, so today price action, let's kind of like ignore it for a little bit. I'm going to put this on the Coinbase range. We are still within the range. So until we lose this range, I would say BTC is still on an uptrend. If we do lose this range, then you can just kind of like use this as a guide. You can see what I'm looking at here, and then just move over to this chart, and it's very similar. Okay, so until we lose that range, we are still kind of like, you know, we could call the arrival here. Let's just get rid of this day here, and then let's go to fix row tick. Okay, this should just update. There you go. So once you do lose those daily lows, that's when you can say, okay, well, this chart then becomes a little bit more bearish, just like we have here. I know for example, today we've looked for a few longs here on the drop, and it's because we're not actually going all the way up to those nice levels that we have as resistance, and it's just one time framing lower. So this is the kind of like scenario that can happen on BTC. The difference with BTC is that if we do break, and when we do break, which will be this, it will be very swift. It will be very quick. Okay, so if that 85 doesn't hold, it can just go really, really quick, and then we can go all the way down to 76, for example, which is your take profit, isn't it, Severin? Is it around there?
Yes, yeah, that's around there.
So that makes complete sense. So, but for now, I mean, we have to look at price, and it's still holding, but it's spending a bit more time down here. It tried again today, and once again it failed. So it is showing the signs that it wants to go lower, but when you compare it with the stock market, it's looking still pretty steady. So that's all I'm saying. Yeah, you were going to say something? I'll show you a screen.
Yeah, I want to show this pitchfork that I showed in the beginning of the stream. That's still well respected here on Bitcoin now, middle of the pitchfork.
So you're bullish?
No. I just don't like to long up here, to be honest. So I'm still in this short trade.
Yeah,
short trade from
makes sense. Yeah, and then you just made another lower high. So yeah, that 85, the 85 does look like a nice target, to be fair.
Yeah.
Right.
ETH has also taken the lows here, or is about to take the lows. So that trade might be stopped out here. Long trade on ETH.
Were you long on ETH?
Yes.
Yeah,
from down here.
I just feel BTC is not finished yet, but yeah, with the stock market really coming down now, it might just completely roll over. And if it doesn't, then that's really great for the crypto space, because you know it's amazing to see. I mean, we're up nearly 80%, isn't it, on the year? Yeah, there you go. So 3 months 50, year to date 110. That's pretty amazing, right? So when you really think about that, that's really amazing, and put it into perspective, the other markets, QQQ, you know, I mean, look at that. ES, look at that. The Max 7, everything pulling back really. I mean, look at Nvidia, which is the biggest stock now down here. I'm going to put this on a line so you can really see the magnitude. So this is a 30-minute. Look at that coming down, and BTC holding pretty steady. So in fact, made a nice low, and it's still not coming lower. So I still feel there's, I don't know. If we reject, then yeah, fine. Let's go take the lows, and 85K, here it comes. But we're still on that upper range. So it's nice still. Anyway, I digress. Thank you very much for all being here today. We will see you when we're next on Tuesday, myself.
Tuesday, probably, yeah.
Tuesday, and then Wednesday, and then Thursday with you, and then Friday. So we're going to be doing again the same next week. So on Tuesday, you'll have me for Fast Markets. On Wednesday, we'll be here. Maybe Power Hour? Maybe? Wednesday?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, we can do a Power Hour. On Wednesday it will be Thursday will be Severin again, and then myself. So until then, from my side, that's all. Thank you very much for being here, and have a nice weekend. And I'll pass over to Scott. Scott, do you want to wrap it up?
Absolutely. Just wanted to say again, thank you for everyone who's tuning in, both current members, old members, and new faces alike. It's really great to see all of you here contributing in the chat, helping each other out, asking amazing questions, getting some amazing insights out of these awesome coaches. So really just appreciate that. Wanted to wish everyone a beautiful weekend. Hoping you have nice weather and are able to enjoy some time away from the charts with some family or friends or loved ones. Sincerely wish that for all of you, and hope you have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you again next week. Oh, and just a quick reminder, don't forget, we have a meme contest. So we have a meme contest on Instagram that is pinned to the top of our chat right now. Go click on that, check it out, see if you want to enter, make your memes, and we'll pick a winner for that sometime. So that would be it for me. Severin, do you want to also go ahead?
No, that's that. So
there's a
What do you think?
Sorry, there's a couple of memes already. I'll just put in the picture.
Nice.
There's a few already there, but
That's-
yeah, it's quite. I saw it on Twitter earlier, but there you go. That's what it looks like. Yeah, go on. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, just wanted to say today, fairly tricky environment to trade. So I was very focused, so that's why I was a little bit more quiet on the stream. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it nevertheless, and I wish you all a great weekend. See you all next week. Yeah, take it easy. Take some time away from the charts, and we will see you all next week. So goodbye.
Brilliant. And from my side then, if you are long BTC, not financial advice, just keep boxing in that trade because, yeah, it's holding pretty steady. So that's it. Thank you very much. Have a nice rest of your trading day. And I will see you on Tuesday back here on YouTube at 2 p.m. UK time for another Fast Market stream. Till then, thank you and goodbye.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.